Welcome to the channel again, everyone. It's another product review of a lighter. A oil or kerosene lighter as they're listed. Just takes lighter fluid like a Zippo would take. So it just came in a padded envelope and then this thing. And it's got, this is wasteful though, I don't need this thing. Anyhow. And then you got this plastic in here. But it looks cool and it was actually quite inexpensive. Before I forget, I'm going to dimension this thing. So this thing is 61 grams, and its height is around 60 millimeters. Its width is around 33 millimeters. Its thickness, I guess it doesn't matter where I measure that, maybe 13 millimeters. So it is metal. It's definitely cold to the touch. I don't know if it's like zinc or, die cast metal, or if it's actually brass or stainless. Not sure, because it's got a funky finish. It's got this like hammered, boy, I don't even know how to describe that. Rock pattern or scale pattern, I suppose, but they're indented. They're scalloped. Okay, and then you have this bar mechanism, and that's what pushes the thing open. And you saw the wheel there, the Flint wheel. It's weird, I don't see any sparks from the Flint, so I'm not sure if there's a Flint in here or not. Just some brass pivot pins. They look like they're just pressed to get the flanges. Okay, and then yeah, so that pin, that stays in the same place. Okay, so it's only that thing moving that thing. This is really deep, so you have a really long wick. That could be a really big flame. But one feature I like about this is the flame can come out the top, this side, that side, that side, or there, right? So you can orient it for different ways. So this bottom thing is for the fluid, and why is that there? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I should open it. What I'm wondering is, how do I replace the Flint? I see the Flint there. Oh, I wonder if I can push this down. Hold on. Oh yeah, look at that. So that's how you replace the Flint. So there's a little flat screw here. There's a spring behind this, so you want to be careful. You want to make sure it's going into your palm or something. And it's not even attached to that spring, so that's also problematic. A lot of other ones, the spring is attached to this. Yeah. So then there's another brass piece pushing up against the Flint, and there's the Flint. So this could be a lot better. A lot of other lighters, cheap lighters in this price range, they have those three components locked together. So that could have been better. But you're not going to change the Flint too often. So I guess it's not a big deal, but you do have to remember that. I mean, they're so small, you could easily lose them. Ah, boy. I'm trying to catch the thread, but look, I'm almost stripping it. It's also because this isn't flat. There's extra metal flash here, so I'm going to file that off right now. Oh, I still think there's too much. Okay, well, at least that's a little flatter. So spring. Hopefully that's, I gotta make sure that piece is, you gotta make sure this is inside the spring. Alright, so Flint. This thing, gonna go upwards, so it has to be on there. Okay. Now let's see if I can catch the thread. Alright. Yeah, that could have been easier, but oh well. It's an expensive lighter. And then the bottom here, just some extra flash, I guess, from the molding process. Pretty big spring there. Goes around there. Alright, so this thing just sits there. So I don't know, I don't think this is going to break, but if it did for some reason, you could just put a bolt and a nut on the other side and still reuse this. I guess I'll tell you, it would have to be like a 2mm bolt, or really 1.8. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put that here. And then this has to go up here. Have to get this thing up into there. And now the challenge is to try to... Oh, I should probably do this, I see. Yeah, that's the easy way to do it. Now I gotta push this past, or push this out, and push this up. Come on. Nope, that's not how to do it. There it is. Okay, so hold it upside down. That's the easy way to do it. Okay. Oh boy, I think I crushed that thing quite a bit. Now, what I also don't like about this lighter, there's no rubber seal down around the wick. So what that means to me is when this is closed, there might be some gas escaping out that where those two join. So this thing might dry out prematurely. I'm pretty sure it will, compared to something that has a rubber seal there. Which, for the price, yes, other lighters do have a rubber seal there, whether it's an O-ring or a flat rubber washer. So that is missing from this one. Okay, let's fill this up. So yeah, pretty big O-ring on this. It's just weird that it wouldn't have one on the top. It's not like O-rings cost a lot of money. Just finger tighten. So try to get the air out of that out of the wick and get that liquid down through the wick. There we go. So yeah, that's a really tall flame, but you can move it this way, you can move it that way, so that's a nice option, right? Being able to have it in 4 different directions. And I assume, you know, as that wick burns down, you could just pull it up a little bit. I don't know how much extra wick there is in there. Yeah, so naturally you can put it out. But I gotta say, this feels fun to do, but I do wonder if, since it sticks out, if this would be easy to ignite by accident. Right, if you just brush up against something, like in a bag, if this isn't trapped by something, I feel like it might be too easy to ignite. So if it's in your pant pocket, I don't think it'll be a problem. But if you throw this into, like, say, a backpack with a bunch of other heavy objects, I think there is a chance you could actually ignite this. So be mindful of that. Alright, well, all in all, it wasn't expensive, and it definitely looks cool. It's kind of like a steampunk thing, you know, just the color of it and the weathering of it. It's interesting, you know, the design elements of this thing. Just a simple lever action. Yeah, the only thing that I don't like about it is just there's no rubber seal, right? I think this will possibly dehydrate or, you know, wick off the fluid just there. It might take a while, but I don't know. I'll leave a comment. I'm gonna fill this up until it's totally saturated, and then I'm basically gonna just check it every few months and leave in the comment if it dries prematurely. So that's what I'll do for you. Okay, some other lighters I think that are better in the general ballpark. We have this Zorro. This, I think, is, I don't think they're listed by model numbers, but it says 785 there. This one has a match thing, and this is the ignition thing. Right, so you got two options here. This gold wheel holds extra flints, so that's neat. And then you got the sight window, of course. This one here is by Zorro, but it's 786. And this one's got a side action. But see, this one has a rubber seal. Same with the other one. There's a rubber seal on these Zorro ones, so that's pretty smart, I think, to keep the fluid in there. This is by Honest, and this is a safety. You can't open it unless you unscrew this. And then you can see there's a black O-ring there by the wick to keep that fluid from evaporating too early. So I think I prefer the other three over this one. And then this little one is by Chief. This is 715. And this one's still an O-ring, right? To trap the fluid from evaporating. It's got a side thing. It's super small. I like it, right? It's so small. So those are my inexpensive AliExpress lighters, and if there are any other cool designs, I suppose I might pick them up. You know, as long as they're inexpensive. I gotta tell you, expensive lighters, I don't think they're worth it. This is a Dunhill, and I did buy it used. It did work, but it runs off of butane, so the butane is always under pressure, and when the O-rings go bad in this thing, it just, you know, the butane is under pressure, so it leaks out. So when it worked, it was great, but I've serviced this thing twice, and it just loses gas too quickly. So I'll never buy one of these new, that's for sure. But you know, if you want to try them out on eBay used, that's pretty good. Okay, well, that's it for today's lighter review. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see if I get any more in the future. Bye.